Greetings, I'm Jane Lammers, an Associate Professor of Education and the Director of English Teacher Preparation at the University of Rochester.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia Magnifico, an Associate Professor in the English Department and the Coordinator of the English Teaching Program at the University of New Hampshire.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anlu Wang, a doctoral student research assistant at the University of Rochester, and I study fan fiction and fan translation among English as a foreign language learners in Asia.
Our article, Playful Multiliteracies, Fan-Based Literacy's Role in English Language Arts Pedagogy, continues research that Alicia and I have been doing to explore the connections between fan fiction and ELA classrooms for more than a decade. We see fandoms as settings that potentially connect students' extracurricular and communicative composition with the classroom valued literacy practices. Fan-based literacies include both fans' creations using existing story worlds, plots, and characters, things like fan fiction and fan art, and their communicative practices that discuss media, build community, collaborate, and share, read, and review their creations. These literacies rely on practices also valued in ELA classrooms, including close reading, textual analysis, peer review, engagement with multimodality, and response to literature.
So to talk a little bit about what we did for the methods in this article, this represents a collective case study of 3 secondary ELA teachers who were interested in implementing fan fiction writing in their classrooms. This study got started when we were teaching a summer professional learning course that invited teachers to explore fandoms, fan fiction research, and ultimately to design ELA units that bridge these gaps. Subsequently, we invited them to participate in a qualitative interview and survey study, and we spent the following year learning about what happened in their classroom implementations. Now, this year was the 2019-2020 school year, so surprise, pandemic, meant that we also learned a lot about how fanfiction helped teachers support students' remote learning. We believe that these teachers who shared a professional learning experience but differed in how they took that learning up in their classrooms offer JAL readers opportunities to understand how ELA teachers value and design for fan-based literacies in several different ways that we think many teachers might find useful and applicable. So now to transition into some of our findings, teachers in this study designed reading assignments to incorporate practices from fan fiction. For instance, Roz offered her advanced placement students the option to respond to summer reading through fan fiction. She talked about how she wanted them not to be overwhelmed, just to have them play with the text that they'd chosen and to show how they developed close reading skills and practices.
Furthermore, participants also described new awareness about fan fiction as enabling opportunities to facilitate students' experiencing of text and analytic writing. Melanie, who taught 10th grade, used speculative fiction scenes to help her students follow their observations and interests about Catcher in the Rye and review their original analytical thoughts in traditional compositions. The scenes served as springboards to essay writing that were grounded in students' own interests in the book.
Lastly, teachers reported that students seemed more motivated by and engaged in the classwork when they designed assignments to incorporate fan-based literacies. Casey, an 8th grade teacher, described the early days of pandemic remote learning as stressful. One of her students hadn't attended class or completed any classwork. However, with her parents' and teachers' encouragement, she did submit an assignment that demonstrated her understanding of the outsiders by taking on one character's perspective. Playful assignments like this brought students back to their classwork. So a couple of key messages in our article include that multiliteracies and design-based pedagogies that facilitate students' conversations with and about texts can help teachers create dialogue and encourage students to become agents in their own knowledge processes. Moreover, these teachers found meaning in the playfulness and fun that fan-based literacies encouraged as they engage students in more joyful ELA work. Thank you for reviewing our article.